My sincere appreciation to His Excellency Mr. Armindo Maia, Minister of Education, Youth and Sports, Timor-Leste, and Mr. Deolindo dos Santos, Director General of Secondary and Technical Vocational Education of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports. I also wish to thank Mr. Francisco Barreto, Secretary Executive Interim of the Timor-Leste National Commission for UNESCO. I welcome all trainers and trainees, colleagues who are representing different departments from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, trainers from INFORDEPE, teachers of tourism and vocational schools from education institutions in Dili. All of you are most welcome. My very sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports of Timor-Leste for continuing supporting UNESCO programs, and especially this training under the Action-Oriented Tourism Vocational Education for Sustainable Development project assisted by SIDA. This will help us achieve tourism vocational education capacity in schools, and very importantly, it will help us move towards sustainable development goals. This particular project, assisted by the government of Sweden, is a critical project where the Timor-Leste National Commission is working with UNESCO office in Jakarta since December 2019. Very importantly, this project is helping promote quality education. Quality education linked with SDG number 4 and its 10 targets. This particular project is helping promote equity and quality through education and lifelong learning. And very importantly, the target 4.7, whereby it's critical to promote the knowledge, acquire the knowledge and skills which are important for sustainable development through education for sustainable development and sustainable lifestyle. We also, under this particular target, carefully understand the human rights, gender equality, promotion of culture of peace and non-violence, global citizenship education, and our appreciation of the cultural diversity and culture's contribution to sustainable development. This particular project is helping us to move towards what we call sustainable development through better ecotourism, and by changing the way people think and the way people work towards achieving sustainable development. It's part of also our action towards Education 2030 framework of action for implementation of SDG number 4, whereas countries have agreed on set of levels or indicators for measuring progress towards sustainable development. Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, for 2030 is a global effort. UNESCO is promoting many events, including UNESCO World Conference on ESD, and Timor-Leste can certainly play a very important role. We are very grateful to Government of Sweden for this particular project. And through this project, we are also promoting South-South cooperation for ESD. And the effort under this project has helped us link with countries in the region, in Southeast Asia, very importantly. And under this project, we are looking into how can we help the capacity building of curricular developers, the people who are responsible for vocational education and who are responsible for enhancing our understanding of what sustainable development really means. As we understand, sustainable development is critical for Southeast Asia, because we have serious challenges of land degradation. We have serious challenges for extreme events like floods, like droughts. So with all those realities, and of course with human-induced changes, as well as the long-term climate change impacts to our coastlines, to our low-lying areas, in Southeast Asia, there is an estimate that more than 640 million people are living in one of the most vulnerable areas where the weather extremes and rising sea levels are causing global changes, as it is also linked with many of the critical areas for understanding for tourism as well and ecotourism as well. We need to educate our teachers for them to become role models for education for sustainable development and the concepts which lie at the heart of ESD, and we share our best practices with each other. This will help us transform society to become sustainable society. And through these 3 days learning and training, hopefully participants can develop critical thinking and understanding of what are the critical areas for sustainable development, how can we coexist with the environment, and how can we achieve better economic and social outcomes through education for sustainable development, especially in the area of sustainable tourism, which is critical for Timor-Leste, such a beautiful country with so many tourism opportunities. And we need capacity at all levels to help promote sustainable tourism. And in this regard, UNESCO programs like UNESCO World Heritage, UNESCO Biosphere Reserves, UNESCO Global Geoparks, all of them have a critical role to play. So hopefully this is a process which we start, and we welcome the efforts of Timor-Leste National Commission for UNESCO and the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and the excellent leadership of His Excellency, the Minister of Education and Youth and Sports, for promoting this very important area of lifelong learning and for education for sustainable development. So hopefully from this training, we will come back in a better way of our understanding, and we will be able to understand what is our role as a global citizen, and how can we promote equality and quality in education towards having sustainable lifestyles and sustainable living, and the opportunities which are available for us to promote our beautiful culture, beautiful environment for sustainable tourism. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful training.